Hi, my name's Leslie English, and I'm one of the faculty librarians supporting the School of Computing and Communications. I'd like to welcome you to Lancaster and to the library. You're starting your studies in difficult times, and some of you may be studying on campus, while others are not yet at Lancaster and may not arrive until 2021. Wherever you are, you'll be able to access the library services and resources, and we have a vast amount of online books, electronic journal articles, conference papers, and more. If you're on campus, the library is open, so you can come in to borrow print books or book a study space to work in the library building. Keep an eye on the library website for information about library opening hours and study spaces, as this may change over the term. I recommend that you use the Library Essentials tutorial before watching this video, as that gives you an introduction to the library resources, services and support available while you study at Lancaster. And in this video, I'll introduce you to some of these resources, focusing specifically on those relevant to your programme of study. So in this video, I'll show you how to access your online reading list, known as resource lists here at Lancaster. I'll go on to demonstrate OneSearch, the library catalogue, where you can find both electronic resources such as ebooks and electronic journal articles, as well as see where print items are located in the library if you're studying on campus. I'll show you where to find the computing subject guide, where you can access subject-specific ebook collections and specialist databases. And finally, I'll tell you how the faculty librarians can support you and how to contact us. So at Lancaster, we have an online reading system. If there's an electronic version of your reading list, it will be available through your module Moodle site. Look out for the green jigsaw icon. Usually the lists show essential or recommended reading, which may be ebooks, electronic journal articles, or other types of resources. You might want to start by looking at the online reading list on your Ready for University Moodle site. OneSearch is the library catalogue, and you'll often hear library staff refer to it as a discovery tool. You can access OneSearch through the student portal, iLancaster, Moodle, and the library website. You can search for books, ebooks, articles, journals, theses and dissertations, newspaper articles, and other types of resources, and you can search using keywords, words from the title, or an author. I'm going to do a demo for you now. So I've gone to the library homepage, www.lancaster.ac.uk/library. I'm just going to scroll down the page till I come to the OneSearch search box. I'm going to start by searching for a book by Mayfield called Think Java. And I've got a drop-down menu, so I want to search within the Books and More option and click on Search. I always recommend logging into OneSearch when you start so that you have seamless access to our library resources. And all you need is your username and university username and password to do this. You can see that I'm logged in. My name's up in the top right-hand corner. There are a few records for this book, and I'm going to go look for the second edition, which was published in 2019. I can also see that it's an ebook as it says View Online. So to open this ebook, click on the title. I'm going to scroll down first. So let's scroll down. We can see here we've got the full details for the book. So everything you'd need if you wanted to reference this book is available here. And it also gives me the subjects for this book. By scrolling back up, I get the link through to the full text, and this is available through the O'Reilly ebook platform. So you'll find a number of ebook platforms, and they may all look slightly different, but usually have similar functions. When using O'Reilly for the first time, you'll need to enter your Lancaster University email address just the first time you use it. We have a number of ebook collections at Lancaster, so as you start searching OneSearch, you'll come across those, and they have similar functions, but maybe just the options are in different places. So you should be able to download a book or a chapter. You should be able to read online, When you read online, you often have a number of features such as print or copy, highlighting text, or adding notes to an ebook. And you can usually search within the book. There are usually restrictions on how many pages you can print, which is around one chapter or 10% of the book. Let's go back to OneSearch. I'm going to click on New Search, and this time I want to search for a topic. So I'm going to use the advanced search, and I want to search this time within the option articles and more, which would pick up articles and conference papers. So you can see I've got a couple of rows and I can add more rows. So it may be that I want to put my concepts on different rows. So I'm going to start by putting in personal digital assistant. And I want the OneSearch to find that as a phrase rather than finding the individual words. So I'm going to put that phrase in quotation marks. So that's my main concept. I want to look at privacy within personal digital assistant. So that's my concept that'll go on my second row. Okay, so let's click on search. And this search has found around 4,700 results, so too many to start browsing through. Let's look at the filters on the right hand side. So this can help us narrow down this results list and make it more specific to our search. Okay, so I can start by resource type. You can see here it's found results from articles, book chapters, books, conference papers, dissertations, government documents. I just want to find for this search journal articles. Before I click on apply filters, I'm going to go down so I can select a date range. So I'd say think about the date range. Is there a reason why you're selecting a particular date range? Is that a particular seminal paper was published 10 years ago and you want any papers published since that date? So do think about that reason. I'm going to pop in here 2015 to 2020. So any papers within that date range. The other useful way of refining your search is by looking at the subject area. So these subject headings, you can see how many results have that heading. So we can refine our search here. As OneSearch covers many subject areas, it's a useful way of limiting to your discipline or particular focus. So I'm going to select here, let's have a look through personal digital assistant and privacy and apply those filters. Okay, so we've got 455 results. I might want to look at the first few pages in relevance order. So you can see here it's saying sort by relevance. And I may also want to look at the first few pages sorted by date. So the newest papers at the top of the list. Okay, so now we've refined our results. We have 91 results showing. So let's scroll down to the third article on the list that looks interesting. Alexa, can I trust you? So it's from the journal Computer, which is a Californian title from 2017. I can click on the title to find out more about this article. So scrolling down the page, I can see here I've got the full details. So the title, the publisher, the description, that's the abstract of the article. And here I've got a lot of subject headings listed. So this could be useful if I'm thinking of keywords or synonyms or near synonyms to use in a search. So I might make a note of some of those terms that I can see listed there. Just going up, I can see the link to the full text, and this is through the IEEE electronic library. So if I click on that link, I should be able to access the full text of this article. So what you're looking for, and when you go into the database, is this PDF or download PDF option. And I can click on that option and that will download the full text. And from here, I can download it or save it to the cloud. So let's move on to subject guides. These guides are created and updated by your faculty librarians, and the guide links you to key library resources and information for your subject area. So if you're on campus and using the physical library, you'll find a list of the key class marks so you can find the books on the shelves. And they also link to ebook collections and specialist databases. So let's do a demo of the subject guide. You can access the subject guides through the library website or also through the student portal. So what you're looking for is a green tile that has a brain icon and says subject guides. And this then takes you to an alphabetical list of all the guides that are available to us. So let's scroll down and we can see here we've got computing, and then click on computing and communications. The first tab, Getting Started, is all about getting started using the library, and it includes some useful video tutorials and also a link to sign up to the Library Skills for Science and Technology Moodle. You can see on the left, it's got your faculty librarians, and you can book an appointment through this page. If you've got a quick inquiry, you can use the chat in Microsoft Teams. So you can click through from the guide here to chat to us when we're available. In the Finding Books and eBooks tab, you can see a list of the computing ebook collections from here, such as O'Reilly, MIT Computing and Engineering, and lecture notes in computer science. And on the left, you can see the list of key class marks for physical books, which will direct you to the physical books on the library shelves. The next tab down is Finding Conference Proceedings and Journal Articles. So here you can see a list of recommended subject databases if we scroll down. And then further down the page, we've got our recommended interdisciplinary databases. If we look at the subject databases, we'll be able to find subject-specific articles, reports, and other resources which may be useful when researching a topic for an assignment. So today I'm going to show you IEEE Explore, and we'll carry out a similar search as before when we were looking at OneSearch. So let's go there now. Okay, so in IEEE, we want to click on Advanced Search, and that allows us to put in our two concepts on separate rows. So let's search for personal digital assistant. And I'm going to put in the abbreviation PDA. So if I want to add a search term or synonym, I can use or and then add the second term, and I can carry on adding ors. Okay, so that means that the database will search for any of those terms. I also then want to add the second concept, and I'm going to search for Alexa. So let's click on search. So you can see here we've got 11 results focusing on personal digital assistant and Alexa. And again, if I needed to, I could use the refine options down the left-hand side to refine by date, to refine by publication topic, which is like the subject. So you can see here it's giving me the list of subject areas. And just at the top, I can select the resource type. So because we've only got 11 results, it's just showing conferences or magazines. So we've already looked at that, the Alexa, Can I Trust You article at the top. So the second article is a conference paper from 2008, and again we've got the option to view the abstract to see if that's useful to us, or to click on the PDF full text to view that. I would recommend going up to create an account. So if this is a database that you're going to regularly use, create an account using your Lancaster email address, and that will allow you to save results within the database, to save your searches, and you can set alerts. So if you're doing a longer project, you can carry out your search and then set an alert. So every time something is news published on that area, you can set so how often you want to be emailed with new results. That's a really useful feature of the databases. So today I've introduced you to some of the library resources specific to your subject area and a few different ways to access these, including resource lists, OneSearch and your subject guide. If you need any support in finding or evaluating information, in using library databases, in referencing or using reference management software such as EndNote, please do get in touch. John Barbrook and I are the librarians supporting computing, and you can contact us via chat in Microsoft Teams through our email address facultylibrarians@lancaster.ac.uk. Or for a more in-depth inquiry, we have appointments available which are currently online throughout the week, and you can book those through the Faculty Librarian webpage on the library homepage. So go to the library homepage, look for the Faculty Librarians tile and click on Book an Appointment. You can also self-enroll into the Library Skills for Science and Technology Moodle, where you can access self-directed learning material on literature searching and referencing, and keep up to date with all that's going on in the library related to SciTech. We also have a central programme of library and information skills, which currently run online. During the first few weeks of term, these include getting started using the library, a more in-depth session on effective literature searching using library resources, as well as sessions introducing you to reference management software. This programme runs throughout the year, and you can see what's on offer and book through the link on the screen now or through the Faculty Librarians area on the library homepage. Please do remember there are staff here to support you both online and in the library. As well as the faculty librarians, you can ask one of our library services advisors, who you can find on the information point on A floor or via chat on the library webpage or OneSearch. And chat is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can keep in touch with what's going on in the library through the library website and also on social media. Due to the pandemic, things are changing all the time, so please check our library homepage before visiting. I hope you enjoy your time here at Lancaster, and good luck with your studies.